Welcome, welcome! Day 21 of our 30-day self-love challenge. I hope you're loving yourself more and more every day. You deserve it. And I'm Gina Ruby, certified health coach and life strategist, loving what I do and helping people create extraordinary health, wealth, and relationships. So I'm going to give you another healthy tip today. We've talked about the importance of breathing, really breathing deep, and getting that oxygen to our brain, oxygenating our blood, and then of course drinking water. Water, water, water. It's the nectar of the gods, really helping us with our digestion, our metabolism, our hydration. And then of course we talked about breakfast, the most important meal of the day, because it starts that metabolism engine for the morning, and then everything you do throughout the day is really going to either complement that or compete with it. So we want it to complement it. So our next healthy habit I want to share, which happens to be my most favorite, is sleep. Now I know I've got my night owls out there, and I'm actually one of them. It's really easy for me to just kind of get dialed in at midnight and 1 and 2 a.m. But we're going to learn in a few minutes it's not the most optimal. I know that I do it at times, but if you want to really create optimal health, I'm going to give you a quick strategy and plan on how to do that. So the reason why sleep is so important and not overrated, like I've had many clients tell me in the past, is it's super critical for the whole cycle that the body goes through while you're sleeping. You're resting, but your body's still creating cells, and it's creating super important chemicals and hormones in our body that, again, if we don't get enough sleep, the next day we could be hungry and not have a clue why. Sleep also has a lot to do with weight gain and weight management. And the reason being is, lots of reasons, but I'm going to give you 3 simple ones. First of all, if we get less than 6 to 8 hours of sleep, there's a good possibility that the body will create more cortisol. And cortisol is that stress hormone. When we're going through stressful things, our body creates more of it to hang on to the fat to get us through challenging or famines. Well, in our country, there's not a whole lot of famines going on. With 2/3 of our country overweight or obese, there's not famines. So we really don't need excess cortisol in our body. Getting less than 6 hours of sleep can create more of that cortisol. The other 2 hormones that are critical in weight management, weight gain, weight loss, are the hormones ghrelin and leptin. Ghrelin is the hungry hormone, kind of sounds like growling, my stomach's growling, and leptin is the full hormone, I'm full. What happens is, ironically, when you get less than 6 hours of sleep, of course the body's going to make more ghrelin, which the next day, that's why you can be hungry and not know why. You just have an abundance of ghrelin, and consequently it makes less leptin. So you don't have any hormones, chemicals telling your brain I'm full, and you have an abundance saying I'm hungry. So there you go. You're hungry, you don't want to feel hungry, so you overeat. And you could not even know why. That's how important it is to get that 6 to 8 hours cycle of sleep. You need the balance of leptin and ghrelin and cortisol. You also need the rest. Getting into a deep sleep really helps us to be more rested the next day, which gives us more energy. And so in the process of getting more rest, you can be more productive, actually. Going to bed at 10:30 or 11 is most optimal. Again, I know it may sound extremely early to us night owls, but when I've done that, gone to bed at 10:30 or 11, gotten up the next morning around 6:30, I feel so much more rested, and I feel like I'm seizing the day and really getting a lot done. So my challenge to you is just try it. And it's gonna be super challenging to the night owls. But I just say try it. Remember, try it. If it's not for you, no judgment, no pressure. But for those of you that, you are meadowlarks, you're the morning people, but you didn't know to go to bed, 10:30 or 11 instead of midnight, try it. See if you feel rested. I do know that getting that full cycle, you're gonna be doing so many benefits for your body. It's kind of like taking your car to the mechanic at night and they're measuring the fluids, checking the spark plugs, so that the next morning when you drive your car out, it's in optimal condition. Sleep does the same thing. It's like taking your body to the body mechanic, and they're balancing the hormones, balancing the chemicals. It's really good for your immune system. And then the next day when you start your day, you're rested. You start with your breakfast. You drink some water first thing in the morning. You do some deep breathing. Do some meditation, pray, read your Bible, do something to really get yourself settled and grounded for the day. And then, bam, go off in your day. So 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Let's try to dial it back to 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. That's my challenge to you. And it's just one more way you can love yourself. Alrighty.